Okay guys, so hopefully I'm in focus. I know I told you that I would do a video and about cloth diapering, and I did do a video about cloth diapering, but I'm gonna have to redo the video about cloth diapering because I'm not very good at this whole camera thing. So let's get started. I'm going to first tell you a little bit about cloth diapering for those of you who don't know anything or are familiar with cloth diapering from 20, 30 or more years ago. There have been a lot of changes. So when someone mentions cloth diapering, they usually think back to the original, I guess, type of cloth diapers, which really were kind of like receiving blankets. So, and it's just this big flat sheet of fabric like flannel or cotton, and you fold it together and you put it on the baby, and then you would put like this white plastic pant on top. And then they went from the flats to these things called pre-folds. And pre-folds are made out of cotton. You can see it's kind of quilted, it's been washed a few times. So in the middle there are several layers of cotton, and on the outside there's just a few layers of cotton. And basically, I'm hoping that you can see this, you would kind of fold it in so that the sides are on top of that really absorbent area, and then you would open this like so. So this is like the back of the diaper, and then this part would come up. Obviously I'm not very good at this. And I'm doing it backwards, but this part would come up, and then you would take those flaps that we kind of opened up and put it on top, and that would be on the baby. I have a cat hair. So that would be on the baby, and then you would use some safety pins to keep these little pieces onto there. People do still cloth diaper this way, but most of them that do have moved away from using safety pins and instead use this little thing called a snappy. And basically it just has like grippies like an ace bandage would have. And what you'll do is you take one flap, you do it on the other side, so you like this, and you pull down and make sure that it would all stay tight onto the diaper like this. And so that's how that today these diapers are usually held on, is with this snappy. So people do still cloth diaper this way. It is definitely the cheapest way to cloth diaper. Obviously though, this is just cotton, and so if it gets wet, it's gonna leak onto something. So you do still need the plastic pants, but even those have evolved to cute little things like this. They have different prints on them, and instead of like the crinkly plastic that you couldn't put in the dryer or anything and made noise when you walked, you just got these. And I don't know if you can hear, but it's very quiet. It doesn't really sound like plastic at all. And it opens like that. These are all the snaps in the front. And basically what you do is you would take that diaper that was snappied and you would put it inside. So you would, you'd put that on your baby, and then you would put this plastic, it's called PUL. I'm going to refer to it as PUL because it's really not like plastic, but it's waterproof. You would put that on, and then you would snap. There are ones with Velcro instead of snaps, in case you're wondering. But now you've got that absorbent layer on the inside, and you've got this waterproof layer on the outside. And that is what goes on your baby. So those are kind of the modern improvements on the traditional style of cloth diapering. But you saw how flimsy and fumbly I am with this kind of method, and that's because we don't use this method. I've tried it like once, so I really didn't give it much of an effort. I totally will be forthcoming on that one. But we just fell in love with a type of diaper called an all-in-one, and it is definitely one of the more modern types of cloth diapers. There are a lot of different types of cloth diapers out there today. I'm not going to go into them in this video. I'm hoping this video is just going to be a basic overview of like why we cloth diaper, how we do it, very, very simply put, because this could be hours long. So I'll do a different video on the different types of cloth diapers and kind of take you through the pluses and minuses of each one. But I'll show you what we use. And so we use an all-in-one diaper. The brand that we particularly stick with, we're not exclusive to this one, but I would say at least 80% of our diaper stash, your collective of diapers, it's called your diaper stash, by the way, is this type of diaper. So this is a Blueberry Simplex all-in-one diaper. And what that means is that everything's all sewn together. With this method, the original method, you could use this cover as long as it wasn't soiled. You could just wipe it out with a washcloth, like a soapy washcloth, and just use new ones of these every time your baby went, or like, you know, 3 or 4 times or until it was soiled, and then you use another one. So really this was the bulk of what your laundry is. With the method that we use, we have this diaper. Once it gets dirty, it goes in the diaper pail. And then I get a new diaper and put that on him. And once that's dirty, it goes in the diaper pail. So what does this mean? It means that everything is inside of this diaper. I'm really hoping this isn't too like whitewashed on the camera for you to see anything. But basically, this portion is our waterproof portion. And if you look inside here, you can kind of see it's a little shiny. That's the laminate that's on the fabric. And this outside portion does not feel like plastic. It just feels like cloth. And then the inside is this absorbent cotton. And there's, in this particular diaper, there's more layers of cotton in the middle here. And then this brand of all-in-one has this tongue that I have a choice of what I can do. I can have it tucked in like I just had, or if I want, I can lay it on top. The difference being that if I have it tucked in, just the cotton is touching the baby's bottom, and so the baby will be able to feel if the diaper is wet or dry. So if they pee in the diaper, they will be able to feel if it's wet. And so that's really nice because Des right now is 22 months, so he'll be 2 in a few months, and the older he gets, the more I want him to notice when he pees or when he poops in his diaper, so that he kind of starts to associate the feelings with that, so he knows when he has to go and will help facilitate potty training. However, if your baby was sensitive to that and you didn't want to do that, whatnot, you could put this on top, and this has a fleece portion, and fleeces stay dry, so your baby's gonna feel dry regardless of if they've gone to in the diaper or not. So that is a perk I like of this diaper. How does it work though? So it's very simple. I don't even have a doll with me right now, but basically, let's see, where can you see? You're just gonna fold the diaper up on the baby and then snap the diaper closed, whichever way fits the baby. Like so. And that is that. That is how we cloth diaper. So this particular diaper is not just an all-in-one. Its size is a one size, and that means that it can go from anywhere from 8 to 35 pounds. And you might be wondering, how the heck can something that fits an 8-pounder fit a child that's 35 pounds? And that is because they have rise snaps. And so I doubt that you can see them very well from the camera. But basically, there is a line of snaps here that I can snap down once, or I can snap down twice. And what that does is that shortens the length of the diaper. So the shortest one will fit a baby that's 8 pounds, and the diaper totally opened up all the way will fit a baby up to 35 pounds. This is as big as the diaper gets, and I'll just put it down together really small to show you what the smallest one does. And a lot of questions people have is, does it really work on an 8-pound baby? And the answer is yes. it can work on an 8-pound baby, but as you might imagine, it's going to be a little bulky. And that is as small as it gets. There you go, can you see? It's going to be a little bulky on an 8-pound baby, and that's why we prefer to use their sized newborn diapers. They're much smaller, they're less bulky, they're a little smaller. They just fit a smaller baby better. And in fact, this diaper fit Des from when he was born up until he was 7 months old and 16 pounds. And I'll cover the poop question in a little bit, but just so you can see, for those of you experienced mamas who might be wondering, no, the poop doesn't stain, and the diaper is totally clean. Anyway, these diapers are great. So we do have a set of diapers that we use for when he was a newborn, and then we have a set of diapers that we've used basically since he was probably 3 months old or so. So when he was 3 to 7 months, we used both. And then once he was 7 months and older, we've strictly been using these. And I'm happy to say that at almost 2 years old, they look practically brand new. So that's that. I have a list of questions because I know I'm gonna forget. So I explained what traditional cloth diapering and what modern cloth diapering is. And I told you that I can make a video on different types of modern cloth diapers, because this is just, all-in-one is just one type. There are pocket diapers, all-in-twos, there are fitteds and all that stuff. So I can go through all of those, but that's going to be a separate video. Why do we cloth diaper? A lot of times people ask, like, how did I get into cloth diapering? And to be honest, a friend of mine had found out about it and she was thinking about them for her baby, and so I said, okay, cool, for your baby shower, I will look into it and like get something for you to try out. So that required me doing a lot of research on cloth diapering, and I just kind of fell in love with it. It was interesting, it fascinated me, and so I knew even before we had Des that I wanted to cloth diaper, and surprisingly to me, Scott was all for it, which was awesome.